Okay. So, thank you everyone for coming to the virtual academic advising session. Today's agenda, we have a document that you can follow along with what we're going to be doing. If you scan that QR code, I also put it in the chat so that you can follow along also. I'm putting it in the chat now. So, the relevant information for the people you need to see is listed in the agenda. So today we're just going to go over an overview of the WISE curriculum, and depending on your class year, what courses you should be taking, and then also information from many of the STEM advisors. So we have folks who are going to be standing by in their office from astro, from biology, from biomedical engineering. They have their various office hours listed. So if they're not, if they don't have office hours during this session, they will be posted and you can either connect with them in person or virtually. So that's on that agenda. So all students who started prior to fall 21, so any student who is a current sophomore, junior, or senior, you're going to be following the original curriculum that we had. Those students who are current first year students that you just started this past fall in fall 21, you're going to be following the curriculum like we call Curriculum WISE 2.0. So we have 2 new classes that you're going to take. So depending on who's here, just pay attention to which category you fall into. So any student who is not a freshman, any student who's a sophomore, junior, or senior, you're going to be taking the stated curriculum here. So any student, you'll be taking your WISE 381 classes, which is offered in both semesters, and you'll be taking a WISE practicum. And for those students that this applies to, you need 2 kinds of practicum for a total of 4 credits, 2 different types. So let's say it's an internship. For one, you'll do research or perhaps a TA-ship or something like this, which is different. Internship, teaching, leadership, and research. So that's your curriculum. So any student here who is a current first year student, this is the modified curriculum, and for any student who happens to join WISE after this point, this is the curriculum you follow. So you already took your first year courses, and for this coming fall, if you could see, I don't know if you can see my mouse pointer, but you're going to be taking either WISE 380 for 3 credits or a brand new class, WISE 205. This is the first time we're offering it, and we're offering it both semesters. So you don't have to wait to take that class. We originally were going only to offer that in the spring, but we opened up sections for both fall and spring. So you can take that. And again, 380 is also offered both fall and spring. We wanted to make sure that we had as much flexibility for your scheduling. I know a lot of the major classes are, can be a concern. So we wanted to be as flexible as possible. That's why we're offering it this way. In your 3rd year, you're going to take WISE 201. So that differs from, let's say, your mentors. Many of you ask your mentors what kind of classes I should be taking, but your year is different from what your mentors took. So your mentors were taking 201 in their sophomore year, but we're putting that in the junior year now for you. So just know that. And these grids are available in the agenda that I shared as well. And then you're only going to be choosing one type of practicum. So I'm highlighting here in these red circles the new things for the current freshman students and beyond. So and when you become seniors, you'll take another new course called WISE 405, and that'll also be in your senior year in addition to the 401 and senior thesis. So hopefully this is all clear, and if it's not, I can certainly answer any questions at the end. So again, I'm just really, want to really make it extremely clear. So for the first year students who are sophomores in the fall, look for WISE 205 or WISE 380. You don't have to take them both in the fall. Take one or the other, whichever one fits best in your credit count. Like, let's say you have a high credit count in your fall semester, you might want to choose WISE 205. That's only 1 credit. Conversely, you could take WISE 380 and push off WISE 205 to your spring semester. So whatever flexibility you need to work with, that's what you should choose. You do not have to take them both in one semester. so our current students who are juniors in the fall, if you haven't already taken WISE 201, put that in your schedule now. Most of you should have already taken that. And then you'll also be taking WISE 381. So this is students who are going to be juniors in the fall. And you could start on your practicum as well, because remember, you'll need 2 types of practicum. And then they're listed there: teaching practicum, mentoring or leadership, research, and internship. And then for all of the students who are in your 3rd year now, your current juniors, going to be seniors in the fall, you're going to take WISE 401 and also the thesis, the WISE 495 thesis or project. And this is a very important thing to note. Not only is WISE 405 not required, but this is more important. If you have a senior design project, typically numbered 440, or you have your own thesis, like an honors level thesis in your major department, chemistry has a thesis, that's 495, physics has a 495 as well. If you're planning on doing a thesis in your major department, go ahead and enroll in those credits, and you do not need the WISE thesis. If, for let's say, you're a computer science student or applied math student and you don't have that senior design embedded into your own major classes, go ahead and enroll in WISE 495. If anyone has a question about that, I can certainly answer that, and clarify that for you. So the practicum is, hopefully you know kind of what it is by now. It's for hands-on experience. Some of the WISE practicum courses carry the EXP Plus, others do not. So if you're looking for that EXP Plus, just be aware that which kinds of SBCs they carry. Again, the difference for the audience here, some of you are first-year students, others are more advanced. If you started prior to fall 21, you're going to be taking 2 types of practicum for 4 total credits. And then just know, similar to how the thesis goes, if we'll accept those credits in other departments. So if, let's say, you have research in your major department, and you registered for research in your department, we will accept those credits. So you don't have to be concerned about taking WISE specific practicum courses. We will accept other departments. So for instance, bio 487, chemistry 487, physics 487, astro 487. We accept those as research. If you took an internship that you landed through Handshake, let's say, many times those students are registering for EXT 488. Again, we will accept those credits. Many of the engineering disciplines offer an internship 488, so we will accept that. So, again, you can speak to us. We'll clarify that for you. If you have, in this example, AMS 475, let's say you're a TA for AMS and you register for AMS 475, we'll, you guessed it, accept those credits. So if you are a current freshman student, listen up. You only need 1 type of practicum. So many times you can satisfy that again in your major if you're doing research experience. Many students want to be a WISE mentor, and those applications are currently available. We advertise that in the newsletter. We also advertised being a TA. If you want to be a TA for any of the WISE courses, we have applications now open, and look for that application in the newsletter. So the remaining 2 credits that you don't need now in practicum have been embedded into 2 new classes that I mentioned earlier: WISE 205, Life Design in STEM, and WISE 405, Career Planning in STEM. I mentioned this earlier, but I want to hammer this home. If you have a senior design project in your major, we accept those credits. And the example here is for all of you mechanical engineers, you're going to be taking 440 and 441 as part of your senior design. So we accept that, and we have the equivalency. We will post those equivalencies in DegreeWorks for you. So sometimes you'll see, if you go into DegreeWorks and you'll see the WISE section where it says still need the thesis. That's because we didn't post it yet, but we will post the equivalency. And if anyone has a concern that they're not seeing it posted in their DegreeWorks, just send us an email and we will update your degree works to indicate that those WISE requirements are being satisfied. Okay, are there any questions? And I'm just actually gonna stop the recording so you don't have to be concerned that you'll be recorded, and then we can have a discussion. So let me just